come on and do the intro. Come on and just start talking. I was talking about my lips. How crazy it is. I know it's quarantine and we're bored inside, but you know, whatever.
Bruv, just shut up. Let's start this thing, man. You just chatting bare wise.
Stop watching man's lips. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Crazy. Anyway.
I'm quitting, bruv. I'm quitting after this week.
Anyway, Mandem. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the Nothing New podcast.
Podcast.
Appreciate your support.
Go on. Sorry.
Anyway,
Are you big age?
appreciate.
Are you big age? Are you a big age?
You gonna let man speak?
Sorry, man. Continue. Are you a big age?
You gonna let man
With
speak?
a beard like that, yeah, you act like a beardless man.
I'll be quiet.
Wow. I don't know this, man.
Please proceed.
Sad to see, man.
Please proceed.
Spell proceed.
Can I?
We're gonna do this.
Spell proceed. Spell proceed.
We're gonna do this again. Spell pen. Spell pen. Spell pen.
Spell proceed.
Spell pen. Spell pen.
I asked you first.
No,
I asked you
pen.
first.
Spell pen.
I asked you first.
Come on,
Spell proceed.
A three-letter word.
Spell proceed.
Pen. Prove me wrong. Spell
You're
pen.
deflecting. You're deflecting.
I'm
Spell
not deflecting.
proceed.
Spell pen.
Spell proceed.
Spell pen.
Spell proceed.
Spell
Look
pen.
at you, deflector. I asked you a
Spell
simple
pen.
question. You're asking me spell pen.
All this from watching man's lips, you know.
I'm saying
Spell
some
pen.
of us got an A-star in English. Some of us got an A-star in English. I'm not gonna name names.
Use that A-star now and spell pen.
You use whatever you got and spell proceed.
Use your A-star now and spell pen. Because you got
Spell
A-star
proceed.
because you felt to
Spell
mention
proceed.
it. Spell pen.
Spell proceed, bro. I asked you first. If
Bro.
you spell proceed, the moment you finish spelling proceed, I'm gonna help you out. It begins with a P and ends
You know
in a
what?
D.
You know
As soon
what?
as you say the D,
You know
I'm
what?
gonna then spell pen.
Use-
Until then,
use-
don't
use
tell
the
me spell
A-star.
nothing.
Use-
Because last time I told you, what's 8 times 7? Man was doing Stormzy. Now I'm saying spell proceed. You're
Look
telling
up.
me spell pen.
Spell
You're telling
pen.
me spell pen.
Listen,
Shut up, man.
I got an A-star.
Mons, please
Spell pen.
continue.
Spell pen.
Mons, please continue. You're a joke, man. Please continue,
Spell pen.
Mons, man.
Spell pen.
Mons, please continue.
Bro, this guy ain't got nothing on me, bro. This guy's a joker.
Spell proceed.
Bro,
Simple
spell
thing.
pen. You got an
Spell
A-star.
proceed.
You got an A-star. I didn't, so you should be able to spell pen. Man's looking down at his palms. You can't spell pen.
Okay, guys. So as I was saying before, welcome to our podcast. Hopefully these two will grow up by the time I finish this intro. Appreciate the support that we've been getting. Appreciate the reposts and stuff. You know, last episode a bit of an unorthodox one, but you know, I feel like the raw emotion got out. You know, we did come here initially to, you know, be on bants, you know, share our experiences, you know, have a laugh in that. But I feel like it would have been insensitive for us to carry on with that kind of theme with everything that's going on. So this week we're gonna try and, you know, take another avenue, try and, you know, provide that escape, and maybe have more of a light-hearted episode. Hopefully these two idiots can
So man, he's googling how to spell proceed. He's googling how to spell proceed right now.
Oh,
Little
shut
niggas
up,
don't
man.
Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing at your grown age. When we're supposed to be in a podcast, you're just irresponsible. You just proved my point. You're a dickhead.
Ah, raw. Why?
Cool,
Why?
so
Well, no, but why? Why? Why are you on him?
Look at what he's doing when he's supposed to be.
Oh, did he take a girl? No. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Did he take a girl? Why? Oh no. Why? What's going on?
Ask
No,
him.
but look at what
Ask
he's
him.
doing when we're supposed to be. When he's
Ask
supposed to be
him.
concentrating. Look at what he's doing.
This nigga was glitching out 10 minutes ago. Wants to come for me. Sorry.
Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing.
Oh, yeah,
Look at what he's
I
doing.
he said, nigga, pay your bills first.
Pay your bills, bro. Your man was complaining that we was waiting for me. We spent the next 10 minutes waiting for my man's BT to start acting up. Or whatever.
Anywho, but yeah, quarantine week number 55 million. What you guys saying? What's new? What's old? What's going on?
Certain niggas are going crazy, man. Certain niggas are going crazy thinking they can come for man. But it's cool, innit? I've been at home. So I know how to deal with it. Certain niggas are going crazy thinking they can come for man. So it's cool, innit? But I've been at home. Do you get it? So it's different.
I hear it, bro.
I hear it. Some people ain't done this stretch before, so it's cool.
Mad thing.
Yeah, but
No barbecues.
the barbecue's no nothing. It's just another day.
No gatherings, yeah? You ain't been to no gathering this whole quarantine started now. You ain't been to no birthday parties now.
I have.
You ain't gonna eat no cake made by winter, no?
I have.
There we go. Shut the fuck up. Then. Why are you lying to the people?
Hold on, one sec. Big up Cakes. What's it called? Winter Cakes?
Cakes by Winter. Cakes by Winter.
Cakes by Winter.
Is it Cakes by Winter?
Or Winter Cakes?
Certain man don't know.
I think it's Winter Cakes, I think.
No, we can check it though. Put it up.
Cakes by Winter.
Yeah, we'll put it up anyway, but, you know, thing. And Mond Worldwide, you know, for the drip. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Listen, big drip.
Pre that.
Friends of the show.
Come on. It's wavy though.
All right,
Cake
cool.
is nice still. Your next little gathering you have. Try it out.
Birthday party. Post quarantine, you know, get a cake from them. Come on.
Speaking of birthday,
All
it's
right,
my
cool.
birthday in 2 weeks. Just putting that out there. Expecting
Tell the people the date. Tell the people the date.
25th of June, expecting a present.
You got post box. You got a PO box. You got a PO box.
PO2023. I don't know how many numbers it's supposed to have still, I'm not even gonna lie. So
Ain't nobody sending you shit anyway. But alright.
You're a hater still, so it's calm.
I disagree, to be honest. He's got some. I'm not even going to even get into the details and nitty gritty, but
anyway, guys, today we have a special guest that will be joining us in about 20 seconds. We have a special guest that will be joining us in about 20 seconds. We're going to get their life experiences, their take on everything going on right now. This is our very, very first guest on this podcast. We hope you guys enjoy who we have coming on.
How's it going, Mr. Yoms? What's going on?
I'm good, bro. I'm blessed. Thank you for having me. Everyone, thank you so much.
Wonderful to have
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's an interesting topic you've got on there, bro.
I like the statement.
I agree with it, to be honest.
Me too. I agree with it also.
We don't cheat on black women, innit?
Oh wait, so we cheat? just not on black women.
White women have gone cheated on. I'm sorry, innit, for the emotional trauma, innit. You know, I'm sorry about that, but
Problems. Issues. Oh God.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Fair enough. Yeah, anyway, the special guest that we have on this week, as you can all see, is Mr. YOMSTV himself. Yeah, thank you for coming on to the Nothing New podcast. And like I was just saying, you are our first ever guest. How does that make you feel?
Don't lie, nigga. Don't lie, because when he asked you that question, I was thinking, this nigga.
He's probably thinking, I don't want to fucking be here.
I wouldn't say that.
yeah. I was gonna say something nice, you know, like, yo, I just feel grateful for having to be a part of this, you know, team right now, a part of this podcast. But let's be real, innit? Everyone else that you've been asking have been kind of telling you that, nah.
We haven't asked anyone else.
So then why should I feel grateful?
Because we chose you first.
Nah. It wasn't a chose thing. You harassed me.
Was.
Let's keep it real.
How did that harass?
50.
How did that harass?
Let's keep it. Let's keep it free. Let's keep it free. Virgils. You've been on my ass about this for about the past 3 weeks still. So
let's just. We don't condone.
No, last week I wanted to get you on to get like your thoughts on the whole, you know, George Floyd and Black Lives Matter situation. But this week we're trying to, you know, give people an escape rather than delve into all of that. So I thought, who else better to have on than, you know, Mr. Yoms himself to come share us
because of escapism.
Yeah, bro, we're using you as a form of escapism. Is that all right?
Don't say we.
Hopefully,
nigga.
I can help comply.
Don't say we, nigga.
You as well. Are you not part of the podcast?
I didn't know he was escaping nothing with you, bruv. I didn't know that. So, yeah, but I'm glad he said. I'm glad he said
Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
This nigga probably doesn't even know what escapism means, man. Anyways,
you're gonna keep doing this. You're gonna keep doing this. Say no more. Say, you know what's so mad, yeah? When I come for you, hold your no one back him. When I come for you,
listen. You have two things. You have two things against me. You're fat and you're dark, bro. What's next? You're fat.
Why would I say you're dark?
Because you haven't the.
Why would he say no?
Let's address that. Why would he say that?
With the developments that we've had this week and previously, why would I say that?
I don't know. Because you said it in the past. Have you not? Are you gonna deny it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So why would I say that now?
Because you said it in the past.
Anyway, so man.
If you said something in the past, you're liable to say again in the
And
future.
saying that you're fat is the easy way around, man. I like to make this a bit of a challenge for myself, so I don't need to say you're fat.
So what are you gonna say? What else have you got on me?
Don't worry, man. Because
We'll see.
He's got
We'll see when it
one
comes to
thing. He's got one thing, but I don't really know about that still.
Nah, you don't. What one thing? What other one thing do you have on me that you know you can say that I'm gonna be like,
Do you know what? Yeah, we'll let the creativity juices flow in it. Don't worry, man. They'll come on time in it. We don't need to put me under pressure right now. When they come, they'll come in it.
Okay, come. Yeah, when they come. I look forward to it.
So cool. Let's go. Let's carry on.
Already adults.
No,
well, you two need to solve whatever's going on because
you know what's so bad, yeah?
There's all love. There's all love. In it already. There's all love.
It's a joke.
There's all love. Yeah, just that.
Yeah, but you're taking the podcast.
That's what men have said in front of the teacher when the teacher wants to get to the bottom of the issue. No, miss, it's cool. No, miss, we're boys, innit? Miss, we're cool, innit?
It sounds like singing for man in that. But yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
It's all love. Like I said earlier on, I'm gonna be mad, like not quiet, but you know, a bit more. Less.
So what? So Ori, so define escapism. So we just get out. Let's just.
Escapism from what? What are we escaping from?
No, I said what's the definition?
Because you don't know it. You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, yeah? You're enabling this person to commit the crimes that he's committing.
My bad. I just didn't want to.
No,
you know what? That's my bad. That was the last point that I remember we were talking about.
Do you know what the thing is? Yeah? You know what, I hear you. But if a nigga tells you what's 4 + 4, does another person ask you what the answer is, or do they just let it go because they know that person's trying to party you? But what you're doing is
I just want you to prove the fact that you know what 4 + 4 is. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. I'm on your side.
But the problem is, by getting me to prove that, you joined his game. You joined his team. You're gonna nasty piece of work, you know.
He's a nasty piece of work. Cool.
Me?
You're under the bus.
I'm a guest.
Yeah. This nigga. It's fine, man.
Okay, not to know what escapism means.
What's
you know
escapism?
that because I'm out here. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go Google the definition.
What's escapism for me, who doesn't know apparently, and our listeners at home? Because obviously, let's just clarify that. What is escapism?
Oh, you asking? Or are you about to give the definition?
No. I'm asking. Or Clement could answer because apparently I don't know. So
it's a way of seeking distractions from whatever your reality is that you do not want to face, bro. So if your girlfriend's cheated on you, for example, just using as an example, to escape from the thought of your girlfriend's cheating on you, you can smoke,
could be drugs,
indulge in things with your friends, just so you forget about the particular thing that's happened. But obviously, you knew what escapism was. So,
I didn't.
4 + 4.
I didn't.
4 + 4.
Until now, you know.
There you go.
So hold on. Hold on. Then that means we wasted essentially 15 minutes.
Loads of time.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Big Boat, is this what you're used to when this happens?
I tend to keep myself out of this because these lot like to go and squab one. This is their friendship.
He loves to do this. Man's asking what 4 + 4 is. Are you lot asking as well?
4 + 4.
Is everyone here crazy?
Bro, I don't ask nothing. Bro, I mind my business.
Okay, not you. But yeah,
and that's the issue with the black community. We mind our business too much. We're trying to better our brother and educate him. And all you want to do is mind your business, Big Boat.
No. But
no, Big Boat. And now we all know what escapism means.
Tell him again.
See? That's what I'm saying. You guys are handling that, but I feel like if I was to come, it would be like a ganging up thing. Like, listen, I'm going to let my man, breathe.
Sometimes we need to be... No. He cannot retreat now. Now he's more educated than he was 10 minutes ago.
Hear that? Amen.
Nah, he's going to be on the phone to a chick and be like, baby, I'm trying to be your form of escape. What's up? Now the nigga's going to cut the vocab. She's going to be bamboozled.
Imagine you had an audio. Imagine I'm getting drawn out, and that's what man said on the phone to the baby.
Bro, I can't lie. If I hear you say it on the phone, I'm commending you still. Intelligible right there.
I don't think I'm saying that, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think
it's all right. It's okay, because then you'd have to then repeat the definition to whoever you're talking to, and you don't want to now mess it up before she then Googles it and then catches you up. So it's fine. I understand completely.
It's quite sly what you're doing there. I commend you still. Hey. It's quite sly what you're doing there. But I commend
I like the avenues. I
like the avenues. I commend you.
Taking on.
I like it. I like it. I commend you on that one still. It's quite sly what you're doing there, but I hear you.
Right. Some of us are good at math, some of us are good at English, or some of us are good at science, man. So
yeah, no,
it's all right still.
Definitely true.
There you go. Exactly.
All right, cool. Well, I've asked what these guys have been doing over this pandemic lockdown thingy, and they said they've been breaking lockdown rules and been linking girls to do hanky panky and go to barbecues. So, YOMSTV, would you like to
wait? Hold on. Don't let this guy lie to you, please. Don't let this, because Yoms, if you see here, there's 4 people here, 3 people don't have a trim, and 1 person does. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't have a trim.
My sister's a man.
I would take
which kind of sister?
My sister.
Your sister? She's what?
What do you mean she's what?
You were finishing. You saying she's.
Oh no, she knows how to cut hair.
Yeah. Calm. Your sister did it. It's calm. Yeah, but anyway, what have you been doing during this quarantine? Have you been coping?
What's the punchline? What's the joke?
There's no punchline.
There's no punchline. There's actually no punchline. We're actually just asking you to ask and say it still.
Okay, cool. It's the way he obviously said coping. What have I been doing? I've been going. I think I had like 2 stages. Lockdown's been mad insightful. If I'll be real with you, just for like my own personal journey as an individual. Because at the beginning, I was cooling off, and then sports was taken away from me, and that's why I spent a lot of my time indulging in. To be fair, basketball specifically, that got taken away. Started to go insane a bit. All the babes you were trying to link, they're all scared of this whole virus situation. And I'm here saying that, baby, are you religious? They're like, yeah. I'm like, cool, then you believe in God. God's protection is with you, you know what I'm saying? Leave the yard.
Holy Ghost.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's calm. Whether it's Buddha, the blood of Christ, or Allah, you know what I'm saying?
Man said God's protection is protecting you to come do nonsense that God is against.
How do you know? Chill. Because that's how you got here. That's how you got here. But that was towards the beginning, and then I don't know. I've been all right though. Like this past, I feel like week has been a really good week for me. The week before and the week before that was horrific in regards to just like my stress levels and anxiety because of all the, racial issues going around worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Everything kind of being exposed. I hate social media as a result. I feel like it's just a pit for fuck knows, man, despair, anything and everything, man. And people are just now like reposting, regurgitating all these things that happen to our people, through the years, over the past 300-400 years. And it just sickens me to kind of just stumble upon information that, let's be real, they never wanted to teach us, only because they knew it, stir feelings or emotions of like outrage and, we hate white people, blah, 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 blah. So I've just been staying away from social media, trying to focus on some other things to keep myself distracted, not women. Work.
Sorry. No, nothing. No.
More me.
Oh shit. Thank you.
And
Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you for asking, though, guys, man.
It's all right. So, a lot of people obviously will know the kind of, your funny side through your Instagram, your Twitter, and things like that. But obviously, from knowing you, like I know that you are just more than just a comedian. Even though it's like 70% you, but you have an even more intelligent side that a lot of people don't know. But anyways, all of that just to ask kind of what made you start making videos at the start? If you remember, when did you actually start making those videos as well?
I want to say It's either 2016 or 2017. late 2016, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What made me start? Nothing specifically. I feel like I was just generally messing around with, like Instagram at the time. I remember like messing around with filters, taking pictures of myself because I've got quite animated face. So, I can convey emotion easily, with my facial expressions and body language and stuff. So I was just messing around on my phone. Snapchat came along, or I downloaded Snapchat, started doing, scenarios that I'd be talking about. I'd have a wig that I stole from my old retail workplace. And I just used to like put it on, have dialogue with myself. And people just key to it on my Snap, man. And it was just my audience, people that I knew generally. And I just started putting it on the gram and then developed ideas from there. And that's it.
And how quickly, so from starting, like I'm guessing you had Instagram before. From having that Instagram, how quickly did it take you to get, like, let's say your first 10,000 followers or your first 20
In the
20K,
grand scheme of things, really quick. I think I got told by a lot of people in the industry at the time that like my following kind of seemed like it came overnight, within probably the space of like maybe 2 months.
2 months. Yeah, because I remember
10K.
at the time, the first time I saw your Instagram, I think it was either Ore or Mons, you sent it to me. And but at the time you already had like 90K followers. And it was the video with the where's my charger video, because they was just like, this person's fucked up. So that's just the reason. And at what point did you feel like, oh shit, yeah, I could do this like for real now?
I wouldn't necessarily remember, man. I feel like my own personal journey, you would know in it, just from like us speaking off camera, that there were like things or ideas or proposals thrown at me or like money making opportunities because, outside of just promoting people's, music videos and blah, 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 there were hosting opportunities. So I didn't really necessarily, I think I kind of got distracted from what I initially wanted to do, because before I started to do those things on the gram, I was already kind of writing towards, bigger projects. I had so many ideas that I wanted to do. And then I got distracted with all these essentially these money making opportunities along the way that kind of took me away from the path I initially wanted to walk. So I can't really remember when it clicked in my head that I can do this. I never saw the gram as something like, I can do this or capitalize upon. It's always been a hobby.
Yeah.
You would know, and I don't make money from Instagram at all, in regards to like my videos and stuff. So I just see it as like a means of expression, man. The same way someone will post a selfie or girls will post, their gym videos, in their matching Gymshark apparel that they got after signing up to the gym for 3 weeks now. So it's a means of expression, man.
And so like with not making money off Instagram, what is it that's still keeping you? I mean, you don't post as much as you used to before, but what is it that's still keeping you going, like to make those videos when you do post them?
Probably you. Clement's so bipolar. He'll tell me I can swim on this, right? He'll tell me, yo, fuck the gram, bro. Listen, man, go and hop on YouTube, bro. Let's make this real money, innit? And at the same time, he's like, oh, yo, Mika, don't forget about Instagram now. It's just, that's your real one. That's your fan base, you have to keep them. And like, I got a love-hate relationship with it, only because I'm not constantly out there. I don't like to be accessible to anybody and everybody, unfortunately, and it's selective accessibility that I kind of want to, embody now. And you forget that there's genuine people that enjoy what you do, and you don't get to like visually see their, love for what it is you do and blah, blah, blah. Out of a video, and let's say it gets 100K views, let's say you only get 1,050 comments. Not all of them may be positive. to be fair, a lot of them are, but then like you always kind of get caught up in the numbers of it. You know, anyone that kind of tells you I don't care or I never ever like cared, it's a lie. I don't care. Clem will tell you, I don't give a fuck at all now, innit? But there was points in my life where these things kind of like played a toll on me, and I used to think like, raw, like, did this not bang the way I wanted it to bang, and blah blah blah. But you know, when you go outside and you meet, you know, admirers of your work or fans of your work, they'll always kind of tell you, this was my favorite, this was my favorite, this was my favorite. And everyone having different favorites just shows you, or goes to show you, that they do appreciate, you know, your work, essentially, man. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that answered the question.
No,
in
yeah, it
regards to
does.
how often the thingy, but yeah.
So,
yeah, and from being, go on.
Go on. Okay,
No,
cool. So a question I wanted to ask, yeah. My bad. So seeing as you know, you've got loads of what's it? Am I back? Am I back? Yeah.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Cool. Sorry. Yeah. So seeing as you've got some videos online which are great and I love them, but then there's some videos that pop up which might stir some controversy, as you said. How do you pick and choose your content? And then if you do have some content that might stir, you know, the incorrect, you know, kind of attention, how do you deal with it? How do you go around it? Like, what's your experiences with that?
Before I answer your question, why is your name Big Boat, bro? I called you Big Boat maybe like 25 minutes ago. Like, yo, Big Boat. I was like, I never called you Big Boat in my life. But anyway, just to answer your question, I'm even gonna let you, you know, give me a response. There's a like an adage I'm thinking of, like a saying I can use to describe the whole controversial content, and the best way I can say it is don't ever try and go with the flow, be the flow. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, in the time we live in, where, you know, the era we live in. What'd you say, Aura?
Not a word, not a single thing.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Yeah, in the time and space that we live in, people are too afraid to stir up conversation, because that's what controversy is. It's conversation. You know, there are always people, as much as it may look like individuals have an issue with what you're doing, there are people that don't. You know, one of my most controversial videos I personally remember, which featured Clem in it.
You're good, don't tell me out.
Anyway, it was a lot of, like, you know, people talking about negative shit online, but then once I go outside, it's all like, yo, fam, I can't lie, that shit had me bust up. So you gotta understand, it's like, I see it like, cool, the Wright brothers, yeah, the guys that invented the plane, everybody called them crazy till they did it. You know what I'm saying? And I am never one to go with the flow. I stopped doing that at the age of 17. My mom used to like, be a leader, don't follow friends and da 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 da. And I guess I don't feel like I take that into consideration when I write my shit. I just don't put limits on what it is I want to create. And this world has a way of trying to blow out your candles, you know, and dim your brightness of your flame, essentially, and you can't ever let that happen. You know, people will always complain and say this is fucked and this is this and oh my god, but at least we're creating conversation. That means people's brain are actually engaged. All that relatable content shit, I unfortunately I have no respect for that level of like creativity. Not to spit on anybody or rain on anyone's parade that creates that kind of content, but they're not, you know, creating conversation. They're not provoking people to speak on what just happened or what they just observed. You know what I'm saying? And I think that answers your question in regards to that.
I think with especially with comedy as well, and with a lot of Instagram of comedy, the UK. I mean, me and you always have this conversation. The UK is so tame, and it seems like every comedian, every Instagrammer wants to target the age group between like 13 to 16, you know, the school kids. So because of that, their content is so tame. And when you have somebody who doesn't care for that audience, people see them as controversial. Whereas if you look at a lot of American comedians or there's so many, because the audience over there, like you have people targeting the school kids, but then you also have people who just do fuck shit online, and everybody's fine with it because people target different audiences over there. Whereas here, like you have, I'm just using as an example, like Michael Dapper, you know, what's his name, Sideman All Day, even before, what's T1 Official, all those people, they're always targeting the same audience. Like if Michael Dapper was to walk into a room full of all of us now, we would go, all right, yeah, that's Michael Dapper, cool, like don't care. But if he was to walk into a school, into a year 9 class, they're gonna lose their shit because to them that's Big Shaq, that's Michael Dapper.
Yeah, flip a
because
table.
that's his
That's a
target
good point.
audience. That's his
That's a
target
good point.
audience.
Okay, in response to what you just said, if I can, sorry, man, if I can
Yeah,
speak.
of course.
You comparing the UK and the US is only just kind of dawned upon me now. You use the word tame, right? The culture here is quite tame.
It's very tame, yeah.
You know, it's like live, you know, within your means. I'm someone who, you know, me personally, bro, I don't really give a fuck. Like, what's going on there? How can we bring it here? How can we now add our own kind of spice to it? You know what I'm saying? To just make it better, you know, new and improved. Because unfortunately, I've seen a cycle of guys, you know, in my age bracket or my time bracket, essentially creating content that those before us created. It's nothing like new. We haven't sat down. We haven't said, fuck, we appreciate that, you know, and now we haven't gone off to try and upgrade it because nothing is new under the sun. You know, these ideas and concepts, they've been done. It's just mild tweaks here and there. And I haven't seen anybody actively try and make an effort to try and improve on what those that came before us did, you know, the don't jealous me's, who I wasn't like I didn't crazy like watch his content like a madman before, but A Dot is someone that I really like used to you know eat off of, you know, down to like A Dot. So A Dot's Apprentice is something I always use as a point of reference for people to go and watch.
Legendary show.
Because it's artistic, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't overdo it when it came to the whole, oh, I'm gonna be African. He just, there's elements of everything. He mixed both worlds. He didn't just say, oh, my dad is beating me, I have to come home, oh, chicken out the freezer. Well, we've heard all those things, man. Engage our minds, you know. We're all now at the same level in thinking, in a sense that, okay, cool, what's next? And it's creatives' jobs to essentially provide what's next. And unfortunately, I don't see a lot of guys doing that, but it is what it is.
I have to agree with you on that. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I don't think a lot of creatives are trying to do that. What's next? I think it's not even just within the comedy game. It's you see the same thing in music. Everybody wants to go for the quick cash. If this is the type of sound that's banging at the moment, everybody wants to do it. And I feel like it's the same thing with kind of the comedy. So because and you see it so quickly as well, because you have a lot of like Instagrammers who do something fresh and they blow up as soon as they do something fresh. So you have someone like Jimmy Jones, when he did the whole Jimmy Jones from the JLR stuff. You see how quickly he blew up because it was just something new. Exactly. And then you have even someone like Ty Logan who just sat in his car and just ranted in a humorous way. You see that blow up so quickly as well, because everybody's always looking for that fresh new thing. But the difficulty with that fresh new thing is that if you are the pioneer of that fresh new thing, you have to keep being fresh, because everybody else is trying to copy your style,
emulate your stuff. Yeah.
So how have you tried to keep your? Obviously I know that even with the I know I'm jumping from place to place, but even with that video that you were talking about that you did, because I remember that day, it was after basketball. We did the video. Now we didn't think of it as of like anything. We thought it was hilarious. Like we just only saw the funny side. We didn't think people would be thinking, "Rah, why would you do this?" Because essentially you're a comedian. Your job is to make jokes. It's not to care about people's feelings. If you find something funny, you find something funny. A lot of people are just fucking sensitive. But yeah, anyways, how do you keep your shit fresh?
Before I even answer that, a lot of people forget that we do care about people's feelings outside of our work, you know. And one thing that's always puzzled me is that a lot of people slander this person and that person online, but you don't know what these guys are doing in the dark, you know, whether or not they're they're spending their time or energies and efforts catering to the homeless, or, you know, reading to kids in the Great Ormond Street, or, you know, whatever it is. So everyone just needs to be conscious of that kind of thing, man. But this is the world. The world has been like this before we even got here. You know what I'm saying? Fresh. How do I keep myself fresh? I don't know. I don't really think about freshness. I kind of have a catalog in my head of what it is I've done already, which is a difficulty when I write for the gram, because it's like, even if the ideas are kind of similar, I don't even try and like develop the idea whatsoever. You know.
Yeah, I fucking know. How many times I give you ideas? I'll be like, why don't you try to do this? Nah, I've done this, done something.
I'm like, done that.
I'm like, bro, it's not it though. It's something different. You're
it
like,
is. No, but it is. It's similar, you know. And if it doesn't like kind of appease me straight away, I'm not really with it, you know. So I don't really try and think about keeping things fresh. I just kind of, it's like a spiritual inclination, and I just have to kind of go with it and just think like, yeah, let's do this, you know. And I think for me right now is obviously developing things, not just outside of the gram, but outside of the genre of comedy as well, to kind of help me keep writing and not lose my passion for writing. Too tough. So yeah.
Why is that? Why outside of comedy?
Because I think before I even like was writing anything funny, I remember writing this story when I was in uni about this interracial couple, and everybody good? Everybody good? Yeah. This interracial couple now. Yeah, and I remember when I kind of shared the story and a breakdown of the story, and like specific scenes I had expanded on with like my roommate at the time, black female. You know what I'm saying, and she's like started crying when she read it, you know. So like, I don't want to ever put limitations on what it is I'm capable of doing or writing, because I personally see myself as a man who can write anything he wants to, period, you know.
Are you nervous at all in terms of how people might receive the idea? Obviously, like I said, a lot of people know you as YOMSTV, you know, funny guy who does funny videos on Instagram.
No, I don't think I'm nervous. You want to know why? Because I've like, yeah, I don't know what I've consumed or read or watched over the years that has just enabled me to understand that people will always talk and have an opinion. You know, I could do like a serious role now on TV, and there will be a percentage of individuals that be like, oh, Donnie should just go back to doing blah, 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 stick to comedy, you know. And I'm sure everyone that's made a transition, I'm trying to think of anyone, Will Smith maybe. Yeah. It was all there, you know. He should just stick to this, or he should just do that, and blah, blah. Bro, that's your own business. You put limits on what you want to do, and let me live my life, you know. I might not be perfect the first time around, but I promise you, by the 5th time, you won't even, you know who you're watching anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
No, I'm talking. Hold up a question. Cool, yeah. And another question I wanted to ask. So first question, what do you think? Do you think this like age of social media is oversensitive? And if you do think so, how do you cater and how do you like create the avenue to go into that kind of field and making content that will cater to most people? Or do you just go off about what you think, or do you have to consider that, okay, maybe this might not go down even though I want to do it? Like, how do you
go around it? We have to pride ourselves on being pioneers, and like I said before, don't go with the flow, be the flow. You know what I'm saying? The river's going this way, make a new avenue, you know. Like, if I don't know, animal movies are in fashion or whatever it is, then let's make one about, I don't know, like, it's like Toy Story. I'm sure Toy Story was a crazy concept when it first came out, hence why it grows so much money. You know, all of a sudden the toys in your room are alive, and they speak and have their own kind of, you know, politics amongst them. So I don't really care about, you know, I won't say I don't really care, or I'm not conscious of. I just don't want it to influence or essentially limit what it is I'm writing about. You know what I'm saying? And your first question about today's like social media generation being overly sensitive. I feel like me 2 years ago would have said yeah, a year ago I would have said yeah, but now, bro, I'll be real with you. People have always talked, like someone's always had something to say. So I just feel like now people have a voice more than they did a couple years ago. I think maybe a decade and a half ago now, it was all critics. You know, critics were the people that spoke on behalf of the people. Now everybody's a critic. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is for one critic to maybe add, I don't know, a pinch of humor to their statement, maybe some harsh criticism about the person's appearance, which has nothing to do with the work, and then boom, gone, retweets, likes, and then it just amplifies and makes their statement look a lot more credible when it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I shouldn't care. There's people that have called, I'm trying to think, people that have called, I don't know, Drake in the past.
Yeah,
soft,
people used to tell Drake, don't sing.
the bitch, don't sing, you know, all those kind of things. And bro, it didn't stop the guy from making more music, firstly, and then making more money and endorsements. Live your life, bro. There will always be critics. Always. Always.
And
I don't know. Go on.
I think the moment you realized that was when that video again dropped. Because I remember you before that video and you after that video. You before that video, you were very anxious in terms of what you would post on your, you know, on your social media, especially on Instagram, due to like brand deals and stuff. And after that video happened, and what happened with Lad Bible? Is it Lad Bible or Uni? No, Uni
Days.
Uni Days. What happened with Uni Days happened. You were after that, and you saw how they treated you because of that one video, despite everything you've done up until that point. I think that was the point you kind of went, fuck this, I'm going to post what I think is funny, which then ultimately led to the R. Kelly video.
So, you know what? That's what I was going to say.
Even though that R. Kelly video received like a little bit of backlash because some people were like, oh, this is insensitive, more people still found it funny.
More people, you know, it is. I think what happened, just to break it down to you guys who don't know. Just to break it down, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
It's a compliment. You know, it's a compliment.
just to break what happened to you, man, is I was doing like essentially business with this company, which was a dream for me at the time, where I was getting paid or was going to get paid to write original content, which was like a series. I was going to get paid to obviously be in it, and essentially I was going to be behind casting for the show itself. And everything was going okay, and we did have some hiccups internally, which was some things to do with racial innuendos about, you know, black people in the police.
Sick sequence in the pilot episode with black people in the police, and they told you to take it out.
Yeah, because you know I got a bunch of excuses, saying something about it. Anyway, let's not even go into that.
Oh, the first one was no use of drugs or alcohol. Police in violence. They said violence. In terms of the police stuff.
And they said it's hard to obviously film, you know, using like something to do with like a licensing thing. And I was there like, how does this, are you sure? Because people do this anyway, but you know, I ain't trying to mess up my money, because this is now opportunity that I've never had before, you know, that I did myself. And then there was obviously something else to do with like a pseudo-sexual individual that was like a housemate of mine, and quinoa rice that was gluten-free and shit. You know, and obviously by Clem laughing, you look, trust me, it was fucking hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Even the guy in charge was like, yo, I was like, shit, it's funny, you know, but, you know, you can't really be, you know, doing that. And it was cool. And then the video dropped. It was a lot of heat. I was trending on Twitter, or whatever it was, blah, blah, blah. I would say for a good maybe couple of months, like at least 3, maybe 4 months, I was in a headspace where I was more anxious about what is I drop. I'll say before then, I didn't really care, but I was still aware of, obviously, you know, branding. I didn't take out swearing or anything to do with nudity and shit, but those 4 months, I was on edge about anything and everything I kind of dropped. And then I had a conversation with a female friend of mine, and I don't know, like we just got into it about, you know, certain things, and obviously people trying to, you know, blow out your candles specifically. And I just said, cool, fuck it. People will talk. people will talk. And then I think after that R. Kelly video, I felt, super empowered, man, because people spoke. Some people were like, oh, I think I remember one tweet saying, oh, this won't last, 1 minute on Twitter, innit? When I was on Twitter. And it did. The shit's still there till this day, and
To this day.
I just want to make things. I'm not a current events kind of guy. I don't like current events jokes, because they don't stand the test of time. I need something to go back to something in 4 years' time and still find it funny, and still enjoy it, and it's like me with my movies. Like some of my favorite movies I can watch it over and over and over again. Doesn't matter however I watched it 10 years ago, I can watch it today and still enjoy it. So facts, man. That's one for the ages.
Come on, man. That's a classic. It's a classic.
Big Boat doesn't agree, no?
What happened?
High School Musical.
High School Musical. Yeah, or nay?
Yeah, classic, fam. Yeah, 100.
This nigga don't
Name one song.
Classic,
Name one
fam.
This nigga don't watch
Yeah, classic, fam. Yeah, classic, fam.
I don't even think this guy watches any kind of TV show whatsoever.
Listen, don't stop believing.
That's the wrong song, bro.
I give me to Grammy.
That's Glee, bro.
Mad.
My son is so much zip.
Oh,
And he had time to think about it.
that's the mad thing, He looked at the camera. He looked at the camera, and he thought, "Yeah, that's the game plan. I'm
I got this.
Aye,
Oh, shit.
Bevan.
Even pointed to the ceiling as well. Don't stop.
So this guy don't watch nothing. This guy doesn't watch anything,
Yeah.
There's certain man I want
No, big man thing. What's the song? No, if you start a song, I said I'll finish it. I swear down. I just
We're
can't
all
finish it.
in this together.
Together, and we know anything.
Okay, I got another one. Where's my trap machine?
Go on. Another one.
I've got another one. We're soaring,
We're
flying.
flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can reach. And we're
Come on.
flying. So we're breaking free. That's a banger, fam.
I don't know why you let me hear this question. I don't know.
Aye.
Yo,
Bro.
Fam. That's
yo. I
See,
love it.
Offhead, but if you name one, yeah, I
Can't hear
was
you,
watching it.
Oh, I think
Good.
it's
You can't hear me.
There we go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
The remix,
Damn.
that's School Musical. School
School.
Musical.
School.
Skew. Ice Cube Musical.
Yeah, so
Talk about school. Sorry,
Yep.
talking about school. You see, okay, with your parents, yeah, with the whole Instagram stuff, how do they take it? Do they support you? How do they take it? Do they watch your content? What's going on with that?
My mom's seen my content. My dad's seen my content. Family members have seen my content. My mom's supportive now. I think my mom's gotten to a point where she just kind of trusts that, I know what I'm doing, because essentially no one's done what I'm doing in my family. We got actors in my family, one of my cousins are acting like in the States, and like Nollywood half and half, innit? She does both.
Wow.
But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do something beyond that anyway. Not just get used as a tool to be in front of camera, but also produce and direct myself.
Okay.
And I like my mum was, as all mums are. And then I think it was one day I remember I went to go pick her up from my workplace, and I just obviously got some fan love where she'd never kind of seen before. She saw like a girl scream, innit? Yeah, I'm saying. Mum was thinking, what's this? I think I'll never forget we're in Greg's, innit? And each time.
She probably thought you got the girl pregnant or something, man.
Bro.
You.
This nigga not sure.
What's that about? What do
I'm
you
just
mean
saying your mum knows that you're an Asher.
Yeah, but what does knowing you have to do with like?
No, I'm saying knowing you and I'm saying knowing.
But why are you bringing that? Like we're talking about something serious. And
yeah, but a girl
now
seeing you
send
and
for me.
screaming. No, I'm not sending for you,
why was
bro.
she?
Not I'm not sending for you at all. I'm just saying.
Sorry, I apologize for asking you what 4 + 4 was. Yeah, I really apologize for asking.
I was just saying. This is right. You don't need to. Have I done something wrong here? If I've done something wrong, I apologize.
Interesting. All right, like I said, I apologize for asking you what 4 + 4 was in the beginning of the show. So I think after that point, my mum was a bit like, "Oh, okay, you know, her friends, yeah, you know, Sade and Kemi, they watching Yomi on the Instagram and And mum started to get off my back a bit about that, but you know, mums just want you to be okay in it, so it's just all about my financial situation that she used to kind of panic about because I wasn't working another job, but I was obviously hosting shows and making money there. Which I'm not gonna tell my mum, yo, mum, they're paying me 3 bills for one night, or you know, 350 or 275 and that, you know. But she just wanted to know where I was going next, and that was my mum's only like stress in regards to what I'm doing. You know, go back to uni, maybe you should just, and you can do one school there and then just be doing your thing on the side. But you know, it never works out when you kind of do it on the side, man. You kind of got to devote yourself to it, you know. 50% of energy, or your 50% of your energy will never like open a door that requires 100% to push down in it. So,
and it's also a very, very competitive space as well. If you're only giving 50% of your energy, the people out there giving 150.
100.
How are you supposed to compete with those people? You know. But
talent. But yeah, carry on.
Any overly negative family members that you were just like, big man, need to relax, bro?
Nah, bro. No, they can't. Clem knows me, bro. I'm a nice guy, innit? I'm a nice guy, but if you open your mouth and say something stupid, like you get G-checked, it's very quickly, man. Very quickly. You know, I can go from mad pleasant and you say something stupid, and I was like, you know where you are, like, are you good? You know what I'm saying? So, no, I can't remember if anyone said anything negative. I think the only thing I've been told is maybe my older brother who kind of says, yo, I can't lie, I like your shit. I just can't be, you know, actively liking and commenting because you got other family members and I don't want them to think I support or condone all this nastiness you're doing. But that's it, man. You know, people kind of stay out of my business or stay out of my way because I'm just that kind of person, man.
Interesting. Cool. Well, I feel like we've got to know you a lot better now. So that's good.
You already knew.
I know I already knew the guy, man, but the people listening, I'm talking from their perspective. The audience. Yeah. So
they still don't know me.
Damn, ain't that deep? Ain't that deep?
Think about it.
There was one thing I saw yesterday, which I thought was very, very interesting, and I just want to get you guys' thoughts on it. Yeah, it was a girl. She posted a picture of a man on Twitter, and she said, "This is him. Which one of you are going to come to me as a woman?" What do you guys think about this approach?
Who wants to take the floor first, man?
Me. Me. Yeah. If you have to go to Twitter to confirm whether your partner is doing scumbaggery behind closed doors, you are in the mud already. You are done for already. That is the most incomplete, incorrect approach. Well, actually, you know what I'm standing by it. I think it's
You blame them though. I mean, fucking.
To be honest, I feel like that kind of stuff starts on Twitter as like a joke. Someone would tweet someone that they don't even know, and then they put it, I think, and then people actually went to go and do things and started getting flamed for the TL, and people were putting graphic content on the TL for no reason.
No reason at all. I think, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw that whole little scenario, I thought to myself, people say niggas don't get away with cheating. This is fucking why. Because you women don't have to close your mouth. just close your mouth. Post this shit.
Wait, what?
No, it's so mad that tweet came out because the night before I had a conversation, there was female, and she was all talking about like, niggas cheat, females cheat, but man, them just somehow don't seem to get away with it. You want to know why?
Some people do.
They do, but we don't know them. But the majority of people that slip up, their slip up usually comes from
Yo, that's part of your fucking face, bro.
Some people do. But you know what, yeah? We don't know them, innit? But the people that do slip up, a big majority of them comes from, I'm coming to you as a woman. Big man, stay at home. big man, come off your phone. Don't come to my phone. Mind your business.
You know where? You know where?
God.
Let me break a couple of things down. Firstly, I've obviously been taking, social media detox, but I went on Twitter literally maybe 10 minutes before I hopped on with you, man. And I saw it. Like, I saw this, when you post your man and you get like 10 message requests in your DMs or something like that, innit? So, I mean, Twitter's somewhere where people just like to obviously start wahala, innit? Pretty much. They look for trouble and controversy. And like you said, men don't get away with it. Why? Because a lot of women obviously speak about this. Here's something I've been told off about myself, innit? Two of my male friends have told me, the way I fuck causes problems. So here's an issue. Any of you lot cheating out there, obviously the non-blacks, because we don't do that. But to the black men that maybe do, that haven't found their way back to their, motherland yet, stop giving A1 wood to your side things, because then they will want to fight for you. You know what I'm saying? That's like Clement.
What if all you
and
know
I
how
had this
to
conversation.
give is A1 wood?
That's what I'm about to say. Clement and I obviously have had this conversation before, whereby we don't know how to fuck bad. It's like, even we've had days where we both been like, yo, bro, I feel like I didn't do shit, but she was there, rubbing my shoulder, kissing my back. That was great. Oh my God, where did you learn that shit? All this nonsense that, and you lick it. Sorry about that, like.
Actually, no.
I told you. What did I say last episode? What did I say in the episode before? One day will come when the scumbagging will reveal itself. The scumbaggery will reveal itself. All this innocence of a child of God.
This ain't about me. Carry on.
Nonsense.
I like the way he's deflecting. I like big boy,
Come on.
Big boy,
Come on.
Anyway, that's the issue. The issue is they wanna break up the home, because part of them is like, if I can't have you, we've seen it in every movie. If I can't have you, no one can. So that's their own business, innit? But me personally, I ain't cheating on my missus, innit? I'm good in it. So
I think part of it is just lack
oh
of
shit, my bad. I'm single, by the way. I'm single. Everybody listen, I'm single, man. I'm looking for a wife. I can't have a last store. Tired of the game.
Black woman.
You already know still. Please. Thank you.
But
carry on.
Lack of it is lack of boundaries. Part of it is lack of boundaries. Yeah. You've got a side and you're cheating. She's calling you randomly. Big man, don't communicate with me if I haven't called you. If you don't hear from me, don't call me. But she'll be calling your phone. She'll be calling your phone.
Down on my notes.
Or your missus has seen the call and she's writing, your friend's calling you. She's not thinking nothing of it. She sees the name again. She's not thinking nothing of it. She's seen it the
you gotta save it. These times you gotta save your side thing, same as Domino's Pizza, bro.
You say that, but Domino's Pizza ain't calling you at 12 p.m.
Real shit.
You ain't calling you at 12 p.m. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can't lie. I might change it to. What about grandma? Is grandma good? Grandma?
Yeah, grandma's good. But why is your grandma up at 12 p.m. though? Why is she up at 12 p.m? She should be
because
and worst of all,
I'm her favorite grandson, my nigga.
Why are you not picking up? Why are you not? That's the. My point is, the babes needs to know what the level is. So you can't just not the A1 dick. You gotta let her know that this is as far as you get between us. If you call me, I'm not picking up.
Why?
No, but this is bro. But this is the thing. This is the thing. A lot of men, as we all know, like to lie to these women.
I don't know.
They'll lie. They'll tell them this is because niggas are thirsty. Niggas just want to beat, and they'll do whatever they can to beat. They will laugh at dead jokes. I've said it before. Men will laugh at dead jokes. Men will sell dreams just so they get to beat, bro.
Big boat. Raw.
You have the profile of a nigga that laughs at dead jokes, bro. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Give me that kind of vibes. Give me that kind of vibes, innit?
Me personally, I don't laugh at shit. I don't like to. You know what? Me personally, I have a knack of even if a woman has come with flames, I'll try my hardest to just restrain it because I don't want her to think that she got this kind of love.
I just say LOL.
It's never me.
I say LOL.
That's Clement's job. That's Clement's job, by the way. Just saying.
I say LOL.
I don't laugh at dead jokes. Everybody knows this. I won't laugh.
I can vouch.
How many times I've told women that their jokes are dead? Ask Ore, bro. I'll tell you your jokes are dead. I'll tell you. Ore, anytime you've ever seen me interact with a woman, Ore, do they not always say I'm rude after or some shit? They'll say I'm rude because I'm going to say the truth.
Just because I'm honest. And women, listen, sarcasm is not humor, baby. I just want to let you know. It's not part of your personality. It's not an extension of you. It's not your type of humor. It's not humor. I'm sorry.
It's not humor.
All this sarcastic shit is not humor. Stop that. It's not funny. I'm sorry, baby.
But yeah,
Pop your bubble.
I just think
I'm sorry, buddy.
niggas are cheating with
I just-
wrong babes. You're cheating with the wrong
Bruv,
babes.
I just think if a woman, if that woman that's posted a picture of her boyfriend, she doesn't love the guy. She's looking for a reason to escape the man. She's looking for a reason to tell him.
No,
No,
"Yo,
I
me and
think
you can't be together." If you
you know what it
truly
is. You know what it is, Clem. I want to stop you there in it because I do think she loves him. It's just that I feel like it's past trauma from previous relationships that makes you want to mess up this one.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you look for a reason to like fuck up your own happiness? You know? And in a lot of cases, there's not really any doubt. But let's be real: if she's been cheated on previous 2 relationships, she may still have holes or chinks in her armor that she haven't, stitched up, and now she just feels the
Don't
need
get
to be
into a relationship
self-destructive.
then.
No.
Don't get into a relationship.
Yeah,
Take time
facts. You're right.
Take time out.
You're
Fix
right.
yourself.
You're right. But then at the end of the day, she will be there in love, infatuated, and think this. Like, all it takes is just one little reminder, maybe a Snapchat memory from 2 years ago where she was with my man who did her dirty now, and then she's like, "Fuck this." I am going to be self-destructive as fuck. And they won't see her self-destructive. Well, if you're not cheating, then it shouldn't be a problem. Why are you getting on to me for? I'm not taking it down. Right, all that bullshit. No, sweetheart. Don't go and now. It's not about you publicizing us or putting it out there now. It's the fact that you're intentionally looking for a reason to like. I want to know, do the men get an apology if they come back like, the lie detector comes back invalid and that?
CRB is great.
But even furthermore, like the point you were making earlier, with if you let's say a guy now has had a thing in the past where he's been dishing out A1 wood and she misses that. So she now messages the new girl. Why does it matter if it's something I've done in the past? Why does? Because Yoms. There's certain women there who will fly you out just to receive some shit. Mons, as well, innit?
Come on.
You know about them ones.
Chill out. You've been getting on planes to foreign countries.
Foreign
expenses covered.
Foreign babe. Come on.
I ain't got that treatment yet, innit?
Come on.
No.
Props.
No.
Oh my god, I'm triggered, man. I'm so triggered, man.
Because now if she's posted a picture of you now, why does it matter what people have to say if it's all in the past? Surely all that should matter is who I am now. If I've done a thing dirty 5 years ago now, and and the thing's messaged you, he did me but dirty, he did this, and when did it happen? 2015. Or you then gonna come confront me about something I did in 2015?
I feel like
the best apology is changed behavior. If I was a scumbag, that is no longer who I am now. I've matured. I've grown up. In case you didn't realize, I'm a grown man now.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm a grown man now. In case you didn't realize.
Boy, I'm just
big fish.
If man's gonna cheat, do it properly, man.
If I cheated on my ex-girlfriend of 5 years ago, it doesn't mean I'm gonna cheat now if I'm with you, because she's not you. You're different, babe. You're different.
And more importantly, you're different. No. More importantly, you're different.
Like I said, in case you didn't realize, I'm a man now. I'm a black man now. Before I was just a man, now I'm a black man. I was just a man before. Now I'm a black. Before I was a boy. Before I was a boy. Now I'm a black man.
Yeah, going back to what you said, innit? Because I can't lie, I'm not letting it go. I was triggered. So when you said there are some women that you've given A1 wood to now, and women are kicking madness, man.
For real.
Jesus
and you know
Christ.
it. You know it as well. You know it. They'll go out of their way. They will go out of their way just to make sure that nobody else can have you.
Has you, bro. And man, to the point where, like, this female, God bless her soul, was like,
bless her
cool, it's cool. Like, you can cheat on her with me. Like, I will never tell her and shit like that.
Right.
I remember the first time I heard that. I looked at my phone. I said, "It's impossible." I said, "It's impossible."
It's not possible.
It's crazy.
I mean, I think my first thought when I heard that, was, shit, my nigga, we got it good. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't entertain it. But it's like, you're really like willing to do this, like I love you and I'll never like mess it up. I'm like, what? God damn.
That's
So,
a
like
fact.
I said, like nothing's stopping. Clem's right. Nothing's stopping from these women who still kind of carry a torch for you to go online and
Talk it up.
just man.
Talk it up. And to be honest, if a girl was insecure enough to post a picture like that to find something, when someone like that comes up, they're gonna eat it up anyway. So it's gonna be drama regardless. Like she was posting a picture before to find beef. Someone from 4 years back is saying, "Yeah, he do this to me, does he do that to you? This and that." We had a bro. She's just gonna eat it up. She's gonna come to your front door. This and that. Talking it up. Go on.
Does anyone know if anyone has gotten like exposed online out of this whole come to me now or let me know in it? Because a lot of the things is, let's be real, not all the women are gonna leave their boyfriends if they find out they're cheating. So then why did you make all that noise for in the first place?
No.
I'm just saying.
Let me mute myself.
Bro.
Question.
Bro. It's even with this whole CRB check stuff now. It's just if you're with a guy that's not honest with you with what they've done in the past, then you just gotta be honest, innit? It's a new start. You just gotta be honest. You gotta break it down to her, babes. Here's the body count. Boom, take it or leave it, babes. Here's what I've done.
Rebranded now. Rebranded now.
Yeah, I'm
rebranded now. Under new management.
Yeah, go.
Niggas make me sick.
I'm screaming.
Nah, so, some niggas are claiming rebranding, but they're just like sports direct, man. Every day closing down. It's still closed down. It's still open. They're still open for business 6 years later. Still open for business 6 years later. Some chatting shit, bro. I don't know why people just be honest, innit? If you're starting into a new relationship, be honest. You can't build a relationship on lies. Eventually, like my mom always say, 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the master. One day you'll be caught.
The owner. Yeah, man. Real spit.
One day you'll be caught. One day you'll be caught. I think that's why even ZZ Mills, what did she tweet? When I become public with my next partner, I'm not gonna put out a disclaimer saying, sis, please don't come to me as a woman. I don't care. Bro energy. Don't go to nobody as a woman. If you're a real woman, stay in your yard. You should be busy. You're busy with what you're doing. You're doing gossiping.
Yeah.
You want to be gossiping. You're gossiping.
It's mad.
Nonsense.
Man, just need to be careful about your options, man. If you're gonna cheat, at least just, don't represent us poorly in it, please.
Do it tact.
Please don't. Black men don't cheat, so can we at least work towards that agenda? Yeah, black men don't cheat, so just pattern your shit. So I don't want no female coming up to me saying, "Oh, you're just like that other guy." Please, yeah.
That pisses me off when I hear that.
I'm tired of
if
it.
I'm talking to a woman and she's like, "Oh yeah, my ex did me dirty, so I'm a bit like anxious." Bro, grow up, man. It's life. People do you dirty in life. Grow up, cuz. I'm not him.
I might be.
Alright, do you find it funny when Clem says slang words?
Certain words. I don't bring it up because
here we go.
There's a few words he said.
This nigga thinks I grew up in like fucking Chelsea, bro. Well, I'm not allowed to say slang words.
There's a few words he says.
Nah. It's not
like, what did I say? What did I say now that was funny?
You know what? One sec, yeah. Other episode, yeah. Clement was like, you could have put a drinks thing on shuffle and let it rock. I said, let it rock.
What's up with let it rock?
I spilled my water. Oh shit!
I think it's just, I don't know, man.
Oh, my head hurts,
bro. Who knows?
What's up with let it rock?
No, you know what? Selection. It's not wrong, yeah, but it's like it just doesn't.
Wait. In that situation, what must you say? What language did I say now? That sounded weird.
I don't know.
It's just that sometimes I listen, and I'm just like, it just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound good. But it's cool. Everyone gets you. I'm said to distract everyone. I think he was speaking with passion about, don't bring your baggage here, innit? Like, it's not my problem. Go and fix yourself and heal. Don't come here with that. You're giving me thingy vibes. If I'm giving you vibes of your ex, go.
Yeah.
It's that simple now.
You know the thing about not bringing your own baggage over. I feel like man them have understood that for a lot longer than females have, because females had this whole agenda of, yeah, you can change him, you can do this, you can do that. Man, them, bruv, we know if a girl's a certain way, if she's not what you want, you leave her. But females, yeah, he went to jail, I held it down. He did this, I can change him. He can become a
He
better
went to
man.
jail, I held it down.
Bro, what will you hold down? What will you hold?
I'm not holding shit down.
You're holding shit down.
I'm ghost. I'm not holding shit
When he
down.
comes out, yeah, and he starts rapping about his jail experience.
Yo, hold on. Deep it.
Bro,
Deep it. Man, them will go to prison and the girl will say she held it down. Girl goes to uni in, let's say, Leicester. And man is not holding shit down. He's in Shoreditch. He's in Shoreditch.
Bro.
Why does that sound a bit too? That sounds a bit.
Trust
too
me, there
specific,
was
bro.
bare
Too close to
accuracy in
home.
that one.
Really close to home, but alright.
God damn. Obviously, I was gonna argue in it. I was gonna tell you, nah, bro. You know, it's some guys as well that bring their baggage. But I'll be real with you. More often than not, it is the women, innit? You know, there was something I saw, like a tweet in it while I was on social media today, and some chick was like, guys will get their heart broken at 16 and never really get over it. I'll be very real with females, innit? Guys have gotten over their heartbreak, innit? If they're telling you that they're not over it, they're lying to keep you around. I'll be very real with you, bro. They're just lying. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, my trust issues, innit? Like, no, it was when I was 15 and a half, but like, it touched me, innit? It touched me still. And I don't know, it made me feel mad insecure as a male, innit? So I'm sure if they'll do it every 6 months when you're ready to leave them, innit?
To
and they'll
renew
just say it to
the
keep you. Wag by you already know still.
Lad,
Think about it.
See
That's it, man.
the video of the nigga crying on his lady's knees and that, and she recorded her face. She's like, "Why is this nigga crying?" I have no respect for my man. I'm not gonna lie to you, none whatsoever.
Bro, can't men cry?
No, he's a patty, not at all, not like that.
Wait, so men can't cry.
Men can cry, but not what he did. What he did was pathetic. He could cry. No. Do you know what it is? He was crying because she wanted to leave him, so he thought he was using the tears as a way to keep her in. That's
was that the context?
That was the context of why he was crying. Obviously, she's recorded it like this is like the third time I said that she's trying to break up with him. I'm thinking, bro,
I feel you.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I would cry, man. I would cry.
I've cried before, though. I've cried before.
I've cried before as well. I've cried before in that situation as well. I'm never gonna try cap. I'll cry.
No, bro, that's what I was waiting for Ori to obviously expand shit in it before I then reveal that.
Yeah, no,
I've been in that situation.
Crying is fine,
but
I think you just need to get your shit together. She said she's gonna leave you.
Nah.
Try to convince
you don't know, man. You ain't never been in love, man. You ain't never been in love. I'm the best thing you're ever gonna find. You're not gonna find anything better than me.
That's great. You can try and convince her to stay, but I think like crying like that in order that because you think that's gonna convince her to stay, that don't make no sense. It's the fact.
Why are you gonna leave me? Where the fuck you think you're going with soulmates, bitch?
You will stay.
That's what I'm saying. And now she was recording it.
You are.
This video ain't saying YouTube about to strike us. YouTube about to strike us, but yeah, no, I just think if someone's gonna cut, the last thing you should be doing is using tears as an excuse. Apart from the fact
it might work. It works sometimes.
But only for so long. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyone who was planning to leave you to the point where they told you and you're crying and they stayed because you cried, bro, they ain't staying because they found something
to go.
Maybe the reason she was leaving was because lack of emotion shown. So by crying, you can show a bit like I care about you.
Comes as playing devil's advocate. I'm never gonna try and do that because everyone cries for their own individual reasons.
Bro.
You know, some men just they love her to the capacity in which like I don't like this can't be the end of it. But I want to touch on something else. They're not my boys in it because Clem knows I don't use the word boys loosely in it. They're associates or friends or whatever you want to call them. I've heard these niggas make jokes about, I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna commit suicide and shit.
Doctor.
Niggas, this what man, them are actively doing this, man. So how do we feel
about? I hear stories of this as well. I know it as well. They'll go to last resort and they'll say, "Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna start."
Like niggas are really out here. Niggas are really out here doing up. You wanna leave me? I'll fucking jump, I'll fucking jump. Niggas are really out here doing that, bro.
Whoever's doing that is sick. Whoever's doing that is
Can you go to
sick.
jail for that? Can you go to jail? Let's say you're with a girl and she's talking about I'm going to commit suicide if you don't stay with me. This is that emotional blackmail, blah blah blah. And you turn around and say, "Big man."
I don't think you can go. I don't think you can go to jail for emotional blackmail.
This is gonna
No.
in
Let's
10
say,
seconds.
and let's say you turn around and you say, "Big man, do your thing," and she does her thing. Are you finished?
Wrong with you, bro. It's not your fault. Like it's like saying someone called, saying that I'm gonna shoot myself.
It's not your fault.
Okay. No, you don't. No. Saying do it now is one thing, but let's just be like, okay, why are you telling me? If you don't love me, I'll do it. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna love you. Good luck. Have they killed themselves now? You didn't pull the trigger.
That's right.
At least, man, why didn't you stop it? What? Am I supposed to lie and say I love you now? Fuck off, man.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I'm just saying.
Do you know that there's I was gonna say somebody's name in this, but I won't say it because I'm not the one doing the edits in it, and having to go bleep her is mad long. But there's a person I know whose ex, every time they would break up, he would say, "If I kill myself, it's on you," and she would feel obliged just to go back to him because of that reason, because she doesn't want to live with the guilt of it's because of me that he's.
Is this your boy?
No. I know the girl, not the guy.
Okay.
And I've always told her, if that was me with my Nigerian self and I was truly done with you, and you told me you want to go kill yourself,
I think the thing is, in theory, I wouldn't say I'll turn around and be like, you know what, big man, just make sure you do it at a reasonable time, innit? Don't be fucking up anyone else's doing it. But in reality, I'll probably just go to the police. That's the best I can do, so you can get some help.
Nah, bro. Everyone gets heartbroken, bro. If you want to kill yourself as a result, you're a weak human being, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Where some people's emotional capacity is different, innit? Just don't call me.
That's your own business. That's your own business.
Just don't call me. If you want to,
I've been heartbroken.
Yeah,
I've been heartbroken. Clem's been heartbroken. You've been heartbroken. I don't think Big Bolt's ever been heartbroken, innit?
You know what?
He's the one breaking hearts. Look at this guy.
He's breaking hearts, man.
Come on.
Don't work like that over there. No work like that over there.
Carry on what you're gonna say. Don't involve me in your rubbish, man.
But yeah, bro, we're still here. We're still standing, man. Shit, it may take us a month, it may take us 2 months, 3 months,
Some
a week to get
some
over
niggas
it.
ain't over it yet.
Bruv, imagine.
Chill.
But yeah, some niggas ain't over it yet, man. I'm talking about myself. I'm still heartbroken, man.
You bounce back.
Man said I would jump. I can't believe man them are really out here saying, if I hurt me, if I kill myself, it's on you.
It's on you.
Crazy.
Like I was in the. I don't want to give it away because the person's gonna know, but I don't really. I was in the car. Like I had to not talk because if he knew that I was with her, he was gonna get mad.
He's black in it. He's black in it. I think I know who it is still.
This is like my close friend.
I know who this is still.
I'm like, it's just crazy.
Bro,
what, is she still with my man?
No, not anymore.
How did they get past that? If you know,
Huh?
How did she get past?
He's clearly dead.
Must be.
Clearly.
No,
You listen.
He's still alive.
You listen.
You listen. You're dead.
He's still alive. He's still alive. But it's just it's just a bit crazy.
Bro, even one time I've linked this girl with her brother. Not necessarily I've linked her, but she was in the same vicinity in it, and I said, okay, let me just say hello. And her friend that she was with had a man in it, and I think they had some very interesting dynamics in their relationship. I'm in the park. Her friend's gone to go see her man, and all I've heard is just this scream, loud scream at the top of the voice in it. So I'm thinking it's mad if he's fisting her up because that's crazy. And so we're walking over like she's calling her brethren, what's going on, this and that. You're hearing tires screeching, so clearly man's driven off in it. So I'm thinking the worst at this point. Obviously, calling her brethren, not getting through, she's not picking up. Eventually, she picks up. Everyone's like, "Right, you okay? This and that." Turns out my man was the one who was screaming. The scream that he gave off was louder than the tires screeching, bro. That's how much he screamed. This nigga, I haven't seen the guy, but the way he's described, he does not look like an individual that should be screaming like that, fam. but he's the kind of person I'm 100% sure he's reaching the levels of, if you leave me, I'm gonna act out in a wild way. So it's gonna be your fault. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was that girl's brethren, I'm gonna tell her, listen, he's gonna do what he's gonna do anyway. Too many people stepping. Did you get it? Because it's peak out here, bro. It was so mad. I think certain mandom's emotional capacity is
that manslaughter then? If I enable it,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're gonna get in some sort of trouble. They're gonna look at you some sort of way.
I'm good still,
bro. If a person says I'm gonna dead myself if you don't show me love, if you don't show me attention, and you're like, do you know what? Just make sure you do it on Sunday. Or make sure you do it on Friday. You might come back on Sunday. Or something stupid like that.
Jesus.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble. There's no way. I don't think in the police reports those words that you spat out are not gonna get you looked at some kind of yeah.
Hold on. But
that's why you can't be saying shit like that.
How is the police gonna know? There's nobody to tell them.
That's why you can't do it via text.
You got to do it in person. You got to do it in person and then just S out because, bro, it's mad. I think that's another thing with breaking up with people in general. Like, you got to go there, break up with them in person, in a public place, though. Make sure they're okay, and then S out. But make sure they're like 2-3 minutes away from home because then they can do what they want to do. But yeah, fam, it's peak. I can't believe niggas do that.
Imagine they commit suicide in front of your yard.
Damn.
That is crazy because now the police are in front of my door. I gotta get to work. Mad.
It's
Mad.
It's so crazy. I'm just gonna have to move house, you know. You're just gonna have to move house.
But I don't know if you must still live in blocks and they press the buzzer. Like, come downstairs. No, come downstairs. As soon as you're at the door, this is on you. Run into traffic. Boom.
with my one, you can see it. There's a camera in it, so they know you can see it. Just do it.
This is on you.
Crazy.
No, but imagine that's your child. No, hold on. Imagine that's your child. You carried your child for 9 months. Well, not you, but your wife carried your child for 9 months just so they could do this is on you and run in the middle of the road.
Man, no, shiggy. I'll kill myself crying, beat them in heaven, and then I'll return back to my body. I'll bring the shit out there, bro.
That's so sad.
All the sleepless nights you had just so you could do this is again.
You wanna go out? Nah, you can't.
I don't even kill myself. What are they called, man? Those voodoo ladies that can call the dead in that. I want to find one so I can let them know via text or whatever it is.
Once I get there, you're pissed.
Man, yeah.
You better pray I don't die. You better pray I don't
off yourself for one boy.
Imagine being in heaven and you're shook for your dad to come
back. You're telling God, big man, don't let this guy in. You're telling God, I'm upset. If you let this guy in, I'm crying. Don't let this guy in.
Would I even go and kill the boy as well and say, oh yeah, go and love her.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do that though. You can't do that. Like, imagine someone's dad come up to you and say, listen, my daughter's this and that, like, just, you know.
I would be fucked. Personally speaking, I would be very fucked. Me, I'd be very fucked in it.
Bro.
I'd be very fucked. I love her by force.
Imagine someone's dad's come up to you and just told you, like, listen, just show us some attention, just do this so we can, and then we'll talk to her so we can check. Bro, like, someone's father is begging you for their daughters.
How much money are you paying me?
Or vice versa. Did I say how much money? You know, I hear you.
No, that's an important question still.
How much money are you paying me? Because clearly you care. So
how much do you care?
Yeah, how much do you care?
Come on, be real.
How much do you care?
If you arrive with the S-Class drop top with a ribbon on it, listen, babes, we can get this show on the road. We are going. Listen.
You know what? Whilst you're here, because you just brought this up here, because we had this discussion a long time ago about weddings and what if someone's dad, your wife's dad, wants to put in on the bridal cost or whatever it is, he wants to maybe pay for the whole, pay for some chairs. Are you just, you know, I'm asking you, are you letting your in-law put in on your wedding in any way? Especially the father.
It depends on how much I fuck with them, innit? Like, I can't lie. If they're, you know, some people's in-laws are never ever gonna be 100% cool with you. Some might love you, the mum might love you, but the dad might have a bit of a you know what I'm saying? So if the dad ever has any chest, I'm paying for everything. Wanna know why? So that I can tell that nigga to bounce anytime I want, innit? That, yo, what? You wanna what? You better smile in this picture, big man. Yeah, hold my shoulder. Yeah. Nah. So you can disrespect me. That's the thing, innit? Like I don't want to relinquish any kind of ownership, so you can then start telling people in the hall, oh, you know, I had to. I'm the one that financed the hall.
Niggas will do that anyway. Niggas will do that anyway. But obviously, as long as it's not true.
Nah, but I'll be real with you, innit? Since the wedding day, let Donnie do it. You wanna know why? So I can save my coins. He's a wanker. Go and spend. You know how much venues cost nowadays. Venues cost bare peas, bro.
You want to tell me you want to pay for everything? Do it.
Last wedding I went to for the night, it cost what? I think they said maybe they paid like 60K. Are you stupid?
The night.
For the night, am I dunce?
Yeah, crazy.
Nah, bro.
Crazy. Just to walk around and just to link up in a hall.
We'll find one abandoned building now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fam, a young TM biscuit crash thing, your local youth club.
Is it cheeky? That's I don't know about that. That's a TM crumpet.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Is it cheeky?
It's the kind of women. It's the kind of women.
Mad thing. Is it cheeky if you get married at home? Like, let's say your house is huge. Let's say your house is big.
That's very cheeky. That's so cheeky.
And it's big.
No. A lot of people do it in the backyard. Set up chairs and shit. Yeah. Do the little flowers, all of that stuff.
It depends what kind of yard you have. I'm not doing it in my garden though. My garden, Clem's in the garden.
Smooth out the floor, innit?
Yeah, I'll do on the fucking terrace on top of the building. Are you mad?
I've seen that terrace.
Niggas are cheap.
That terrace.
But you can't do it in your home. You can't do it in your home because there's other women's spirits inside your house. That's the issue, man.
That's very true.
Okay, so.
Damn.
Oh, hola. Chill.
I live in a block. I'm having a block party.
You're not getting married to no one like that. Anyone that's...
No. He's gonna get married. He's gonna get married to one of them stupid people who went to the coronavirus block party. Fam, one of them ones.
Trekking for the woods and that.
I should have been there to find my corona queen, fam.
Jolting.
It'll be one of them ones, man.
But yeah, I'm not letting that nigga pay for my wedding. I'm not gonna lie to you. You see what you said about I don't care. That relinquishing the whole power to him.
It's one day, bro.
Bro, it's one day for the rest of your life.
You're going to go home and then go cheat his daughter.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I was cheating his daughter before though, Clement. That's the thing.
I know, but it's going to be different that night. It's going to be different. It's going to be certain levels of disrespect.
You want to know why? Because if I hear him causing problem and noise, innit, just know I can move your seating, bro. Or what? You want to sit in what up front? Nah, B. Near the toilet, man.
Yeah, why?
But you won't do that though.
No, but why? Because
because I love my wife.
Your wife's
gonna lie, bro.
I'll send her an invoice. I'll send her an invoice. Listen, run the bread, man. You want your dad to sit up front. Run the
bread.
But then you said this defeated the purpose because then the dad was gonna pay anyways. What's the point?
She's running.
No, he said he will send her the invoice.
And she will send it to the dad.
No, she won't because I'll just cancel the wedding.
No. Even if she sends it to the dad, I can't lie. That's calm. No. Think about it. Even if she sends it to the dad now and he pays, or he's like, I'm not going to pay. He doesn't pay. There and then, cash out, ping it, wherever you want to do it now. Guess what? He's not moving. So then he's going to pay for a seating like a dickhead.
It's true.
Like a dickhead when you can just and be happy. But let's be real.
All of you know it won't run like that still. I just know it won't run like that.
You know it is. I'll be real, you Clem. Like I said in it, man. Mums historically have loved me. Dads have loved me too. But there's always been something because you know niggas are always trying to like do this whole mass intimidation thing. And you know me, Clem, bro. I'm a psychopath, bro. I don't care how big you are, man. I'm with it at all times, innit? I'm not disrespectful, but if you show disrespect now, I have to give it back to you here and there, innit? Even if I lick your daughter's neck in front of you, I feel like I do that, innit? If I would never do it like if I respect the pops, innit? But if I hear something crazy, I can't lie.
You can't let it slide. I think even if you like the pops. Even if you like the pops.
He's a sickle. Yep.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yep.
even if I like the dad, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's still not paying. Because you know one day he might just wake up and be like, you know what? Fuck this nigga. And it won't be that day that because you're gonna be married to his daughter for the rest of your life.
But why does that affect you? The wedding is done. What does he want? Does he want a refund? You can't get a refund.
At dinner afterwards, after the wedding, at dinner, you're seeing only one chicken in your plate. And then he asks like, well gone. And he's like, so your ticket can come here.
I hate examples like this.
Come here and request more chicken when you couldn't even pay come on 60K for wedding.
I'm not saying yes. I couldn't pay 60K for the wedding.
Don't be surprised.
There's no pride.
Don't be surprised.
There's no pride
Nah,
here.
listen, get in
Clem, I swear to God, right now you sound like a bitch. I'm so
Yo.
sorry. Your point is valid, yeah, but you're like, yeah, cool, okay, cool. I couldn't pay 60K at the time, but there's no pride, sir. There's no pride.
There's no
My
pride
friend,
here.
if I slap bread on your
There's
head,
no
didn't
pride.
I can't lie.
If you put, listen,
I'm
you can put
talking-
one chicken. It's fine. Put one chicken. When I go home, I own the pot, bruv. I own the pot the stew's in. I could go eat the stew. I could go take multiple
go home
chickens.
now. Go home now.
I'll go. Malo.
I'll go home now. I'll
I'll
go home now.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'll go
You
home.
just can't let my man chief you. And it starts.
Yeah.
If it didn't
Listen,
start when he walked through the door
Yo,
to
yo,
propose
yo,
to his
yo,
girl,
Ore,
it's gonna start when this
Ore,
nigga
for
runs
real.
the money for your wedding. I'm not gonna lie to
For
you.
real, that's just you. The guy can pay for the wedding if he wants, son. I don't care. That with me is not effective. And if you can bring it up all you want, I don't care. It doesn't. You're the one that's lost out here. Me, I got a free wedding.
How long are you saying thank you for, Clem? Because you know this is the thing, and I'm not talking from a standpoint where the dad actually likes you, where he's not going to hold it over you.
I'm going to say thank you for the point when he pays, and I'm going to say thank you the day after the wedding, and that's it.
And so if he ever brings it up again, you're not saying thank you.
Are you going to say, why are you bringing it up?
You know me. It's even like if you give me, you know this as well. If you give me something, I'll say thank you. And then I might say thank you again. And if you bring it up again, what do I tell you? What do I say?
Cool.
Let it go. Let it go.
Exactly. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. Let go.
Let go of my daughter.
Let
go of my daughter, you fucking pushy patrati piece of shit.
I don't understand who thinks you're gonna get married to. But
you know with Clement, it's a roll of the dice still. It's a roll of the dice, man.
That's orange people.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Exposed.
Don't do that.
I saw Esmond with a white chick on Tuesday. What's up? Everyone's getting exposed.
That's the biggest.
Everyone's getting exposed.
Anyway, don't do that. Don't do that.
If I'm under the bus, everyone's scatter.
What I'm saying is though, cool. You're not saying thank you, man. It's been like a year or something. He's brought it up.
You can't bring up after a year.
Cool.
If you bring up,
he's brought up for some random reason. I don't know. Maybe his daughter's had a word with him about. I don't know. Whatever it is, he just brought it up in it. You said, "Big man, that was a year ago." Wait. And then he's complained to his daughter, "Oh, your husband's this, your husband's that." Now it's causing trouble in your homes. It's a bit long. Obviously, that's a very far-fetched scenario.
What is he complaining about? Is he complaining about me not spending money on something else?
You not appreciating the fact that he paid for your wedding.
Clem, let me add something to this, innit, real quick, Clem, yeah? You know, there's some people that will do stuff just so they can hold it over you. And in my head, that's the only reason why this nigga's paying. He's not paying out of love. And obviously, I get you, Clem. You're like, all right, cool, pay for it. I don't care what you're saying. But my thing is, don't come with that, like, intention. You know what I'm saying? If you want to pay out the kindness of your heart, then, you know, if something's done out the kindness of someone's heart, they're not going to constantly remind you.
They won't bring it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
but this is my point. So, but I was about to speak to you about it. If somebody has paid, right? If you've paid for something and I've said thank you, and then a year later you want to bring it up, to me you're the fucking loser because out of this, listen, my pride with the pride, I have no pride. You've paid 60K for my wedding. I've enjoyed. I've eaten the food that you paid for. I've taken pictures for the photographer that you paid for. And I've gone home and I've cheated your daughter as well, who is now my wife and is pregnant. Bro, I don't care. I've lost nothing. I've gained it all. I've lost nothing. So
no, you're right. You're right. No. Of course you can say you can't care. But like I said, I don't feel like guys bring it up or like people bring it up when, you know, shit is smooth. They bring it up when there's a little like undertone, like Titan said that the, you know, family reunion or Christmas party and there's like, you know, oh, really? What was this energy when I paid for your wedding, eh?
And
you're not getting that off. You're not gonna get that off around me, innit? I can't lie. You're not gonna. My wife still has to take me out of the room and say, "Babe, calm down." I'll be like,
if my man said, "What was this energy when I paid for your wedding?" The energy was still there.
I saved it for the honeymoon. Oh, my bad, sir.
No, not even just saved it for the honeymoon. The energy was still there. But if there's one thing that we all know, actually, that's a lie. I was gonna say if there's one thing we all know as Nigerians, it's a lie. Because growing up, if someone try to give you money in front of your mum, you have to make bare eye contact with your mum before you can take the money.
The thing is, man, they don't even come to you. Bro, it don't make no sense because they come to you with money. But it's full well that you can't take it. Big man, you're ruining my day.
It's so dumb.
Hey,
they did this. They did like, hey,
chocolate.
Take this 20-pound note.
Auntie,
Don't grab it yet. Now wait.
You wait
Yes.
for your mum.
Sister, you just got me giving your son £20. In fact, there you go.
Man, you've
Grab
ruined
that
my
one.
day. That
Good
£20
boy.
is going to the stew, lad.
Nah, I
It's
can't lie. I
gone.
can't lie. I had some discreet aunts and uncles that hey, come, and they used to fold it up and then just do this in my hand real quick and slap it to me. You know, but my mum will always find out. It's like she can smell money, man.
Bro. I don't know what they do.
That's Nigerian women for you, man. They can smell it. They got that sense to smell it. But yeah,
But
man,
yeah.
you can,
Anyway,
you
let's
can
just
pay for the
agree to
wedding.
disagree in it. Let's agree to disagree in it because
Well,
you know,
for the
Clem,
wedding.
someone's like, oh, I'm up 60 bags. You paid for my wedding, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Clem, what if you paid for the house that you live in?
Oh, that's not happening.
But he can pay for your wedding.
No, you
No.
can't pay for the
They're
house.
two different situations because the house
can't
is where
pay for
he
the
lives
house.
constantly.
I'm
I can't
living
lie.
there. I'm living there. You
No,
can come and kick me out at any
hold
point.
on.
You can come and kick me out at any point. It's your yard.
Wait, hold
But
on.
the wedding is
But-
one day. The
No,
wedding
but
is one day,
the
bro.
wedding is the rest of your lives. Yes, one day,
No,
but the
no.
marriage is the
Clem,
rest of your lives.
Clem, wait. I got you still. Basically, what the wedding is, yeah. The wedding contract is for one day, yeah. House is for however long you're living there.
It's for
So
however long.
if on the wedding day the guy comes in and he's like, "Yo, I'm looking this whole thing off now," Clem has to oblige. Clem has to oblige. Or he has to
on
beg
the
you,
wedding
innit?
day. No, on
You
the
know, on
wedding
the
day.
wedding day,
If he comes on some mad crowd and it's like, yo, everybody go home. Calm,
Bed
everybody
this,
go home. Yeah.
Everyone go home
Go
because
home.
Clem
Calm.
didn't pay
That's
for
fine.
shit.
You could. Yeah, I won't say nothing. I didn't pay for shit. You can do that.
Clem's
But
risking.
your yard,
Clem is ready to
Your
waste
yard,
24
bro.
hours.
Let's be realistic, bro.
Alright,
Man,
your yard
let's-
is different. Man can walk into your yard at any point and just dip his hand in your stew.
He can.
That's not even the worst. You can go G in your bed. You can go G in your bed while you're tired.
It's not your
When
bed.
you're tired.
It's not your bed.
You come home, you find him. You're Uncle, listen, I need to sleep, man. I'm
He
tired
can
from work.
shit with the
Please
door
leave the
open,
fuck
bro.
off.
That's his yard. He can
Bro.
shit with the door open.
I come home from work and Uncle butt naked for the
Uncle's with his wife. Uncle's telling you don't sleep on the couch in your own. Was
That's
literally your own
different.
home.
That's different. You know, there's
Bro.
a certain thing where it's like, you know, as we all know, if you're under your parents' roof, what did they always tell you? If you're under my roof, you have to abide by my rules.
My rules, innit? Yeah, man.
If you're
Yeah,
under
they
the
don't-
guy's roof,
it's the council roof. Sorry,
No, it is.
sorry. I might call my mom after this still, man. Yo, you paying rent? You even mortgage that shit, bitch. Fucking, I'm playing.
It's different. It's different. The wedding day is just one day. You're paying for that. You're paying for that. Like, that's calm if you want to pay for that. It's a you have to understand the wedding isn't for the people who are getting married. It's for the family.
True.
You're paying for that. Because if it was just down to me, we just go to the registry. There's Lewisham registry right there. We'll sign papers, done.
Nah,
Done.
chill. I used to sort that as well, but I look-y want free outfits still. I can't have a cat team, man.
No, so do I,
Right.
but you know me, man. The pettiness will take over me. The pettiness will take over. We'll go to registry court and I'll change. When they go, do you, Clement, Olakawara, Arrow? Hold on. Gotta get changed.
You be marrying yourself. You actually be marrying yourself. I don't know how many females you can convince to, let's go registry. I don't know, like, if they're not on it from the beginning, I don't think you can convince one female to be like, let's go registry.
The yard is different. The yard is different. House is different, bro. Because man can kick you out at any point.
The yard, the
Kick you out at any
wedding,
point.
I see it all as the same thing, man. I see it as you just go away in it. Just accept that I'm hearing it. So just, if you want to help out, buy your daughter some shoes or something, I don't know, nigga. But just stay away from the shit that I'm paying for in it. Just don't come here in it because
I can respect that, bro. Because I don't want you to come and even open your mouth. Don't say
because you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing, bro.
I get you, but you're gonna be. Don't worry, man. I'll let you jump on the car about that 60K. It's fine. You can drive it on Tuesdays. Don't worry.
Oh,
You're gonna be 60K short.
That's fine. That is fine.
Oh, that's just the venue. That's just the venue, bro. Don't forget about the other stuff.
Like I said, man ain't getting married until the money's up. So it's all right. And if my wife is pressuring me saying, yeah, let's do it.
Am I shitting the budget? Oh yeah. How much does this one cost?
Let's look at the budget. And let's go.
Let's go.
If we're getting married in Lewisham Town Hall and you're not happy with it, then hold your
Lewisham Town Hall, bro. You can't afford that, man. You're going straight to the registry, bro.
I'm straight to the registry. You got like 2 people in the cut. And both of them is the man them because your parents ain't invited because your dad wants to act like a joke, man. Trying to run 60K for a wedding. I'm not hearing it. I'm just saying. I'm paying for my shit.
Right.
I'm paying for my shit.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Well, this has been going on for a very, 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 very long time. So I think we just we wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap that.
Well,
Yeah, and then
We're going to thank our special guest, Mr. YOMSTV, for coming. Thank you very much. It's been a very, very insightful episode. Great to have you on. You are welcome on the show anytime you would like to come on the show. Who are you waving at, bruv?
It's the audience.
Oh, the audience. Okay, continue. Keep doing your thing. Get your back.
That are socially distancing at the moment.
Yeah. Lies, man.
Why is he lying? Why is Big Boat lying, bro?
I said the crowd is socially distancing. What's the problem? I don't get it.
Yeah, but you ain't socially distancing though, bro.
I am. I've been in my crib. I don't understand.
So you ain't lips no one since the beginning of this whole corona
and I put my
situation.
hand in the Bible.
Don't worry about the Bible.
Anyway.
Don't bring the Bible here. Don't bring the
I
Bible.
don't listen. Wait, Yum, did you just say what he said? He said he don't listen. Anyway.
You know what? Yeah, I believe it.
Listen, women. No, listen, women. Yeah.
I believe it.
No. Okay, cool. That's been
Listen,
a great
women. Nah,
episode
shut
of
the
Nothing
fuck
We
up.
Got.
Shut the fuck up. Listen, women. Yeah, don't let man be cheating you when they won't even lips, bro. What are you? Are you a prostitute? Are you a prostitute? What the hell was going on here?
Nah, I don't prostitute before, Cam. Huh? What?
Huh? No, I haven't.
What?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Have you?
What? The brothel workers. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. You know.
That's crazy.
Was it equal?
Yeah.
Equal. It was equal, innit? Don't lie. It was equal.
What?
Huh? Don't lie.
Chill. Huh? What? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't even know. What is going on right now? Still.
I don't know what's going on.
Tongue
right
or no
now.
tongue though? French kiss. It
depends. It depends. It depends.
You know, how you gonna get the motor going still? You should whip out your piece. That's a bit unromantic. Come on, bro. No build up.
No.
That's a bit toxic.
Yeah, that's what Mons does, man. Them, Mons, Yum, certain man don't even go down on women here in this.
I don't see Mons as a guy. I don't think he lips. I don't think Mons lips.
That's been a great episode. That's been a great episode.
Mons looks like he bites bottles, glass bottles, man. He just looks like that kind of nigga that bites glass bottles, man.
What the fuck? I don't know where this come from.
Hey, what, Mons? You don't eat pussy, no?
No, you know what's so funny? It doesn't even make sense. Where did the glass bottle come from?
I don't know.
No clue.
I think it's the supermalt association I got with you in my head still. That's the issue.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? Bite the bottle right now for us, man.
Bite it.
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't got the facility for that. Maybe I'll let you take over that.
What, Mons? You don't eat pussy, no?
Huh?
You don't eat pussy, no?
Fam, I think it's...
You don't eat pussy, bro.
He's gone, Brad. He's gone.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, now that he's gone, I say obviously I replace him, innit? I'll be real. You know? Let's be real. I didn't want to say it in front of him because he always feels like I'm coming for him and shit. But let's be real. This is some good chemistry right now. You know, everyone's got their own opinions, you know. So I just say we replace him. So what we do is we film the day before, the time you normally guys film, and then every time you guys are trying to film for the next couple of weeks, say, laptops ain't working, it's bugging. We do it next week still. Oh, bet. You know, and we all block him from our stories and shit, and we let him know in like 3 weeks.
Say no more. Great plan.
I'm sure your viewers don't really like him too tough anyway. They probably like him for his aesthetic. You know, the ladies are like, oh. So yeah, guys.
Was that me that cut out or did the whole call back?
Nah,
it was you that cut out.
You that cut out. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be the first to be. I'm your nigga. You know what I'm saying? Certain men are plotting against you. You just start your prayers. Yeah, you start fasting and that. Certain men are plotting against your position in life. Niggas just want to take you out. Niggas just want to take you out. They just want to just make you disappear.
Anyway,
listen, I got to deal with you.
That is wild. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining Nothing's News podcast.
Certain men are trying to kill me. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real.
I'm trying to do the outro, guys.
I can't even back myself because I don't even know what's going on.
Bro.
When you're doing the outro, I know I'm in deep shit. I know I'm in deep shit.
Hey, big boat, man. Big boat. You know, nothing lasts forever, innit, man? That's all I gotta say still. Nothing lasts forever as well, man. You know, guess what happens to Destiny's Child, man? They lost some members, they gained some new members. You know what I'm saying? I hear it. Yeah, but you know, Big Boat, for the last time, if you'd like to do the outro, that'd be great.
For the
Cool.
last time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You didn't even keep it.
Thanks. Okay. Okay, so that's been another episode of the Nothing New podcast. Please do carry on liking and subscribing. What else is there, lads? I've fucked this completely. I need that again.
Wait, guys, this is who you want. This is what you're doing.
This is your
I need
kid.
that again.
This is it.
I need that again.
I want Ori, you're still backing him, yeah? make the right business move. Oh, yo, take 2, outro.
This fumble.
How many weeks you guys been doing this for? And he hasn't really. I just wanna.
I'll do it, fam. I'll do it calm every other time.
Okay, cool. Outro. Take 3.
Hold on. I'm
Mons.
gonna be the director. Let's try Yoms doing the outro and see how that works out. Okay.
No, let one more time.
No. But you're dissing my boy.
Yeah,
Hold on, you're dissing my boy.
Thank you very much.
You're dissing him.
Guys,
Let's see how
let's
you do
go.
it. You do the outro.
Oh, yeah.
You do the outro.
1 second, director.
He's got props.
Whenever you're ready, director.
Okay, and action.
Hi, guys, and thank you for listening to the Nothing's New podcast. I've been Yoms, joined by Ore, Clem, and Big Bolt. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share our podcast. We want to keep doing this with you guys, and we love it. Thank you to everyone listening. Black Queens, we love you especially. You got a special place in our heart. We're out. Peace.
Oh, shit, he bonded that.